Home court advantage has proved a hindrance in today's NBA games, with all three hosts losing. The Lakers were down by Golden State, the Clippers beat Sacramento, and Orlando hit the right note against Portland. Shaquille O'Neal didn't seem too impressed with the national anthem, but it didn't affect the game too much. The Magic dominated Portland, scoring a 15-point win and edging closer to the lead in the Atlantic Division. Orlando now has 11 wins, 7 losses, 2.5 games back from New York City. Well, it's been a long time, but the New York Giants are back in the playoffs in America's NFL. The Giants have had 2 lean seasons after winning the Super Bowl in 1990. They turned that around with a win over Indianapolis.
We begin with a Z session. That's Lawrence Taylor catching some shut-eye as his New York Giants tried to shut out Indianapolis. Rodney Hampton was wide awake, though. This was the first of 2 touchdowns, and Lawrence is still in Dixieland. Phil Simms was on target all game. This one to Chris Callaway for the touchdown. The Colts had an incomplete nightmare, losing 20-6 to be 4-9. The Giants are dreaming of bigger things. In LA, the Raiders were at home to Seattle, and here's the play of the game. LA's Tim Brown receives the punt 76 yards out, weaves his way through the Seahawks, beats the last man, and into the zone, LA 27-23. It must have been a full moon in Houston, where the Oilers went one step closer to the AFC Central title against Cleveland. Warren Moon was doing the damage, giving Houston a 13-10 lead. Vinny Testaverde did his best to bring Cleveland back. Despite this 49-yarder, the Browns went down 19-17. Going up, have a look at this catch from Minnesota's Chris Carter. The New Zealand cricket team was on the phone straight away. And speaking of calls, Troy Aikman found a direct line to Michael Irving, putting Dallas further ahead and sealing a 37-20 win over the Vikings. And Tampa Bay hasn't won a lot this year, but they made up for it in fine style against Chicago, taking a 10-0 lead early. The Bears were bitten but not beaten yet. Somewhere in the middle of this is the tying touchdown, but defence proved the winner, the Buccaneers holding on to a 13-10 victory. In other results, the Rams beat New Orleans, New England down Cincy, Buffalo beat Philadelphia, Detroit down Phoenix, and the Packers beat San Diego.
Well, in Australia, American football, or gridiron if you like, has faced an identity crisis since the end of World War II. That's how long it's been played here, yet it's only really developed in the past decade. We're now producing players on par with college standards in the United States. It's fight back time.
We wear pads, wear girls.
A sense of invading, bringing a game over from America to Australia, competing with the rugby league.
I think we're pussies, we wear too much equipment, can't take the hits without it.
Don't be a wimp, put some smaller pads on.
Because you do a lot of bashing against each other. They reckon it's a Neanderthal sport.
They've copped their fair share. Now cop this.
Bam! That's what it's all about.
The pads are a weapon. The helmet is harder than a motorbike helmet, and to make contact with something like that, it's an incredible thing.
Rose Bowl, Pasadena, United States. 110,000 fans. An international television audience of hundreds of millions. The Dallas Cowboys annihilate the Buffalo Bills. David Phillips Sports Field, Sydney, Australia. 100 family and friends. The Bondi Raiders annihilate the LUSC Argonauts. Australia's answer to Super Bowl.
The game played here is played by 99% Australians or of Australian background, so I believe we should have our own identity.
Grant Forbes, Argonauts quarterback. No Joe Montana, but one of the rebels of Australian gridiron. This year, 6 teams in New South Wales broke away to form the Premier League, getting serious about developing a more professional standard.
It's always been Aussie rules, soccer and rugby. Now children are being urged to try another code.
Flag football, modified to teach the skills of gridiron.
The school children love it. They think it's great. You go out there and, we try to make it razzmatazz like, everything that the sport's about. So they really get involved in it.
The highs. and lows of coming to terms with a game as complex as chess, as brutal as boxing.
It's more than just passing the ball and setting it up. I mean, that's why we huddle, we set strategies, we scout our opposition so we know what they're trying to do to us so we can counteract them.
So it's not in the same league as Super Bowl. That's not to say it never will be. Earlier this year, a team of Australian junior all-stars made history, beating a touring American side at their own game for the first time.
I think it really showed people here that, the Aussies can play the game.
Just don't think we make linebackers as big as the ones in the States.